Hi, I'm Jake Dye, and one of the great benefits of belonging to the Isles Yacht Club is an amazing tennis program. We've got some of the best tennis courts in the area. We've got very active league play. You'll find the courts are used quite a bit, and you'll find an awful lot of great people playing tennis. We also have instructors and coaches who will help you with the game, but a good way to improve your ground stroke by yourself is through the use of the club's ball machine. So let's get the ball machine. I'll show you how to use it and how to take care of it. Now you can make your final adjustments, put the ball machine where you want it to be, and it'll depend on what kind of drills you're going to use. You'll have to experiment to see how you want to use it. But typically, you end up starting with the ball machine somewhere, around this location. Ball machine is now ready for use. Batteries in the back, and the hole where the balls shoot out is in the front. Just a word of caution, it's a good idea to never walk in front of that thing when the ball machine's operational. That ball comes out of there and it'll hit you pretty hard. Use the remote control that you'll find connected to the dolly, and this is what will actually control the machine for you. Turn it on, turn it off, and pause it while you're using it. Allows you to control it from the other end of the court, which is quite convenient. You'll find the control panel on the side of the machine. The control panel controls the operation of the machine, turns it on and off, and also adjusts the different functions of the machine. Power switch, pretty self-explanatory. There's a small switch that says remote and bypass. And the remote is when you want to use the remote itself, that's fine. If you want to, if you hit the bypass, it'll start working automatically. It's a good idea to use the remote function all the time. There's another switch below that that says random, and it has an on and off position. The ball machine has the capability of placing the ball in different locations and speeding it up and slowing it down. So you can either make it random, or if you want to practice ground strokes from one location, you turn that function off. There are 4 knobs that go across the front. The first one is the feed rate, slow to fast, and that's the rate at which the ball comes at you. So if you want to get a lot of balls coming quickly, turn it to fast. If you want a little bit more time in between receiving the balls, put it on the slow side. The speed button controls the speed in which the ball comes at you, and the velocity of the ball itself, slow and fast again. Has the capability of putting spin on it. When it's set in the center position, there's no spin, it comes straight at you. If you can move it to backspin or to top spin. So if you want practice returning balls, receiving balls with either backspin or top spin, that's the location. And the 2-line gives you the opportunity to move the ball from the left to the right. Each ball will alternate coming one on the left, the next one will come on the right, the next one on the left, next one on the right. The closer you have, if you put it on narrow, every ball will virtually hit in the same location every time. If you put it all the way to the wide, you'll have it move all the way across the court. One will be on one side of the court, one will be on the other side of the court. One of the things to keep in mind is that the machine has to adjust that each time, and so it's going to take longer for you to receive the balls because it has to make that adjustment every time it fires the ball. So if you're using the ball from for the first time and you just want to get started in it, it's probably a good idea to put the feed rate in the middle. Put the speed rate in the middle, take the spin in the middle, and take the 2-line, put it all the way to the narrow. That way all the balls will come in the same location. And as you get used to it, want to get some more variety, then you can make adjustments. There's another adjustment, and this is the elevation adjustment. And the elevation adjustment basically elevates the ball higher. The more you adjust it up or down, and there's a diagram here, it shows either minus or plus elevation, the ball will go higher. This is how you adjust between. This is how you adjust where the ball is actually going to land. If you want a slow lob ball, you'll get lots of elevation on it. Turn it positive up. And if you want a flatter ball, you turn it down, and then on the side, turn your speed up. You just have to play with it a little bit and get the combination that's best for you. So to use the machine, I simply come over on that control panel we talked about before, turn the machine on, and it'll flash a couple times. When it's finished flashing, the machine is ready to go. I don't know exactly where the elevation is right now, so using the either the remote control or the bypass, I'll go ahead and send one ball out and see how it's set up. Okay, you can see the ball is hitting short. And that means that to get the ball over the net, I'm going to do two things. One is I'm going to increase my elevation, which is the obvious way to do that. I'm going to increase the elevation. Another thing I could do is I could increase the speed. So just by increasing the elevation, I'll show you what it does. And if I want to get it down a little bit, have it land shorter, I just decrease the elevation, and you can see that it's landing shorter. If I want it to go back farther, I can increase the speed and get it right back by the baseline. You'll notice that the balls are coming pretty fast, and it's a pretty good workout. You can slow that down quite a bit by adjusting the feed rate, so it'll come at a lot slower pace. You also adjust the speed in which the ball comes, the elevation, so you can basically adjust it for whatever your workout requirements are. Okay, so that's the fun part. Now you just got to go around and pick up all the balls. It's going to be a good workout for two people. In fact, it works out pretty well when you can rotate around. But one person receiving the ball and the other person receiving the return. So the ball machine hits the ball to me. When I return it over to the other side. My partner is trying to return my balls back to me. When you finish using the ball machine, return it back to the storage room. Just like you find it's important that you remove the battery and put it back on the charger. If you've had any problems with the ball machine, note it on the log when you return it and sign it back in, and also tell the dockmaster who will take care of getting it repaired or battery charged or whatever it needs. So, now that you know how to use the ball machine, enjoy it. We'll see you out on the courts.